No joke, we just got robbed. Hey guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 171, and yes, we got robbed, and I'll get into that here in a minute. But before I do, if you could give me a like with that thumbs up button, really appreciate it, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on if you want to see more content just like this. So, yeah, we got robbed. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Cliff, like, what do you mean? Like, did your house get robbed? Did your clinic get robbed? Did your studio get robbed? Like, what got robbed? Did your car get robbed? Well, it was actually the recording studio got robbed. Not the one that I'm in, because I have a little studio for YouTube videos in my house, but the studio that we were recording the Dr. Cliff show in, that I was doing some of my vlog content in, that Dr. Rachel Cook does her videos in, like the clinic, or the space that I do my hearingloss.com videos, like that space got robbed. Now, we're still not sure who robbed it, but we did lose a substantial amount of like video equipment and all of that, which is a huge bummer. But you know what? It was, we ended up getting a call from Dr. Cook, who was there doing some scripting work and gonna do some filming. And you know what? Why don't I just like let her tell the story? So let's head over to the studio right now. Okay, Rachel, so first question that I have for you is, did you steal all of our stuff?
No, I don't want to own any of that stuff.
Okay, so, all right, so I believe you for now. So just kind of take us back to like the whole thing and how it started, because I was literally sleeping in Australia when you called Ashley.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go all the way back.
Yeah,
to
please
May
do.
3rd.
May 3rd, okay.
Because on May 3rd, I came into the studio, and it was not a day for me to do filming, it was just a day for me to do scripting. We've got a little office set up with a desk up at the front, and so I was just scripting out videos. But what I noticed right when I walked in to start scripting was this massive gallon Polar Pop jug from Circle K. And I went, you're not really the soda type.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yeah.
Ashley's not. Kelsey's not. Whose jug is this? After I wrote all of my scripts, I didn't walk around. I didn't even come back here, which if I had come back here, I would have known a lot sooner, but I didn't. Then the week after that, I didn't do any scripting here at all. And then the week after that, this was it really this Wednesday?
It was literally a week ago today.
Yep. And I come in, Polar Pop jug is still there. I'm like, that's really interesting. Thought maybe it was one of the producers from our podcast had left it, something like that. I grab, all the lights are here, the teleprompter's here, the camera stands are here. I didn't think anything was up. I bring everything back here. I set it up for a video, top to bottom. I'm ready. I just need the camera. And I start looking for the camera. And the cameras are nowhere to be found. And the microphones are nowhere to be found. And the phone that we use to record audio is nowhere to be found. And I thought it was you.
Yeah. I've been known to do some shady things like that.
My first thought, truthfully, was, wow, he took all of this equipment to Australia.
Yeah, Australia was an important trip.
I know.
But I don't know if it was like 6 cameras important.
Well, that's what I thought too. I was like, whoa, calm down. I mean, I was like, that is a lot of equipment to take. Like, that would literally have filled an entire suitcase with stuff. And then what really tipped me off is when I went into, we've got some cabinets that have some storage stuff. And when I opened that up, it was wiped all the way. And I went, man, you really prepared for this trip. This is ridiculous. And then Ashley for a while has been talking about doing some inventory around here.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, maybe she just boxed it all up, took it to the house. And I wanted to call you guys desperately, but I knew that with the time difference that you would be sleeping.
What time do you think this was at?
This was occurring probably like noon.
So it
1
was
o'clock.
So it was noon for you.
Yeah. So
you had already been here for a little while that morning.
Right.
Noon for you would have been like what? 4 or 5 a.m. where we were at in Australia.
Really early.
Yeah.
Really early. So I waited and I waited. So I called the office and I asked them, are there a bunch of cameras over there? Did Cliff take everything? They said, no, there's nothing over here. And I said, okay, that's really strange. So I was waiting and waiting, and then I got an email from Ashley about a completely different topic. And I went, yes, she's up, someone's up. So I call her immediately, and she answers in her sleepy, like, good morning voice. And I say, hi. I said, did you guys take like 10 cameras and microphones to Australia with you? And she goes, no. And then I go, okay, did you clear out all of the cabinets over here of all of our equipment, like the cameras, the microphones? She goes, no. And I go, oh, interesting. So then I started walking around, and I find a license plate in here, sitting on the back table, a license from a car. And
wait, was this the first time you came all the way back here?
All the way back. Yes.
Was what after you were on the phone with Ashley?
So I'm walking
in the middle of the phone call.
In the middle of the phone call, I'm walking around, and I'm like, and she's, well, because she goes, is everything gone? And I'm like, no, there's still lights, there's still camera stands, there's still. So I'm doing the rounds, and I'm like, there's a couple of microphones on the table. This is still here. This is still here, and I'm like, there's a Arizona FFA license plate sitting back here with registered tags.
What is FFA?
Future
Farmers of America?
Yes.
Wait, it was like a branded license plate?
Yes, like one of the luxury, not the luxury plates.
Yeah, vanity plates.
Vanity plates
yeah,
that
yeah.
you can do sponsored ones, and sometimes they have birds or military, or this was a FFA Arizona license plate.
Okay. And at the time we're thinking maybe, well, no, I'll let you get to that.
Oh.
That surely the thief would not leave their license plate behind.
Correct. I think we got to that point eventually where we were like, there's no way that whoever's license plate this is actually associated.
But even right now, like, maybe you're just coming to the realization.
I am just now coming to the realization that it's not you. And
Thank you. I'm off the hook.
It's not Ashley. And it's not me. And so my next move right after that is to call our producers. Who did the podcast, because I figured maybe they came to pick up some of their equipment and accidentally grabbed our equipment, but I don't know, these guys, they know what's theirs.
Yeah, and except for maybe power strips. We don't know. There's some missing power strips. I'm not saying they did it, but...
The jury's out. But I was like, certainly they're not going to take everything out of this cabinet that they've never even gone into. So called and explained the situation, and our producer, Chris, goes, oh no, I have not been to your studio at all. I'm in weeks. And then I really was like, oh man, all right, I think this stuff is gone. And it's not gone from anyone of us. Well, if you've called everyone
who's ever had access to here and no one has the stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I had really gone through the entire list of every person that could have the equipment, and then I realized, I started looking around more. And although a ton of the equipment is still here, it was all the really handheld stuff, except then I had the moment of, where's the TV?
Oh, yeah.
That came really late. I'm actually really ashamed of that.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing of everything.
Item. But I thought, given, some of the podcast stuff going on, I thought that was your TV that you moved in here originally. Yeah. I thought, he took it home.
It's funny how people convince themselves of things.
Oh, I was so deep into just this story of he took his
conspiracy
TV home,
theory,
wiped out the studio, all of the equipment's gone, he took everything, and the last thing that clicked for me was the license plate and then the TV. Yeah. And then I was like, and then the Polar Pop cup came back. And I was like, whose Polar Pop cup
I'm glad that you found my Polar Pop cup.
Yeah.
I've been missing that thing. The funny thing is that I was in here on the Sunday before that. So what would that have been, like the very end of April?
That it was the 30th?
30th of April or something like that, because I had to record a ton of video content before going out of country.
Yeah.
And then go to the office on Monday, on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we left.
Yep.
And then you were here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that was the 3rd of May, like you said, right?
Yep.
And so it must have happened, because I recorded on all that equipment here on that Sunday. And then it must have been, because obviously the Polar Pop is the tell.
It is the tell, because, I had called our property manager here about it, right? After I determined, I crossed off everyone from the list, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think we actually were robbed. The next step was to call the property manager. And I'm explaining the situation, and I'm like, well, I came in here 2 weeks ago, and there was this huge Polar Pop jug, and she's like, and you didn't figure out whose Polar Pop jug it was, did you? And I'm like, okay, wait a second.
Slow down.
Let's calm down. I was like, we have people in and out of here. So she's like, oh, so you have a ton of people in and out all the time. I'm like, wait, no, not that many people.
You can see how this is like sounding to her.
I felt very interrogated from the jump. I was like, what is going on here? And I said, I found it a little bit strange. And she goes, and you didn't realize that all of your equipment was missing? And I'm like, it's not all of the equipment. It's a certain piece. I had set up for filming. I mean, I literally had set up all of the lights, the camera stand, the laptop stand, all of this stuff. And when I went to go grab the microphone and the camera, those were the two items that I was like, wait a minute, where are these, you know? And I really thought you were the culprit at that point. But yeah, I was getting interrogated. I really was.
Yeah, and so at what point did she start taking you seriously? And not thinking that you were the thief,
well,
or apparently the carousel of people that come through.
She's like, so break it down for me. Who has keys? So I start rattling off who has keys. Okay, well, was it any one of them? No, ma'am. I already crossed off all those individuals. We've got no more suspects that I can think of at the moment. And so then I'm under the impression, okay, not a problem. We've got cameras here, right? Like security cameras,
right?
Because there
I mean, it literally says it
that say security cameras in use.
Yeah, just not on our premises.
Yeah, she goes, yeah, we don't have security cameras. And I was like, perfect, because if you did, you'd see an individual rolling a flat screen television out of our front door, but we don't have them.
You'd see someone come in with the Polar Pop and not leave with the Polar Pop.
Correct.
Yeah.
That would have been the factor.
Yeah, the person.
It really would have.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it wasn't like a professional crew that came
No.
in. So hold on. So cops show up. You call the cops.
Cops,
Did you call the cops or did the property management call the cops?
I called the cops.
And
the non-emergency line. I was on hold for 35 minutes before I got a human being.
I did not know that.
Yes.
That is hilarious.
It's ridiculous. So don't have a non-emergency,
well, in the meantime,
I
just
guess.
so you know, I'm there in Australia at 5 in the morning or whatever, and I'm telling Ashley, I'm like, so tell her to go get the camera from our house and take it back to the studio and record. And she's like, she's dealing with the cops right now. Yeah. She's not going to get your camera at the house.
She got bigger fish to fry at the moment. Exactly. We're trying to determine where all of our equipment has gone. But yeah, I call the cops. They come. First thing he says when he walks in
They brought
the
the
door,
forensic unit, right?
Definitely not. He immediately goes, okay, so I can take this stuff, you know, and impound it, is what he called it. It's a jug.
Did he literally impound the Polar Pop?
He did. He took it.
$20 says that he took that home, cleaned
washed it out,
and
now he's got a new Polar Pop jug
on the beat.
Yeah. No, he definitely could.
That's something my brother would do. My brother Scott, he's a cop.
Yeah.
He would do that.
Yeah. New Polar Pop for me. Who needs a Stanley? But yeah, he goes, I'm gonna impound these, but I'm not really gonna fingerprint them or DNA test them or anything. And then he goes, this isn't CSI. And I was like, I didn't really expect you to go through those motions. I didn't think that, you know, property crimes.
There wasn't like a hair that he picked out of somewhere with a tweezer.
I really was hoping it would be the whole like, take me back, like walk me through. Like I really wanted him to just be Mr. Investigator on it, and he was like, yeah,
I get off shift in an hour.
He was like, you got robbed. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, he was super nice, but at one point he did look over and he goes, the Dr. Cliff show, huh? And I go, yeah, and he goes, are you Dr. Cliff? And I was like, no,
I'm some stranger, and honestly, I probably shouldn't even be in here.
And he's like,
did you?
He goes, what do you guys talk about in here? And I was like, audiology, hearing loss, hearing aids. And he goes, He's like writing these things down. I'm like, what are you writing? What are you writing?
Very suspicious lady who's not Dr. Cliff.
Who's not Dr. Cliff.
In the Dr. Cliff show's studio.
Yeah, because he goes, well, who owns this place? And I go, my bosses. And he's all, where are your bosses? And I go, Australia. And he's like, so what are you doing here? And I was like, okay, again? I'm getting interrogated again.
Clearly, now that we've had this conversation, I'm starting to think that maybe you did do it.
I did not. I promise. I need the cameras for this job.
Yeah, true. That's true.
If I took them, what would I go use them for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's good. You probably start a different channel, a competing channel, the Dr. Rachel show.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a sign up on the wall.
That's true.
Yet.
And now everyone knows that we're not continuing on with the Dr. Cliff show. At least not in its current format. Yeah. We'll probably bring it back in something like couch format is what I'm thinking. So, but not for a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Well.
So I just had a visit with one of my patients, one of my long-term patients. Love her to death. She's telling me, oh, well, just submit the serial numbers to the police department. They will run it through like the pawn shop database, and you'll be able to, like, if they took it to the pawn shop, you can get your stuff back. And I'm like, well, that's great. Should have wrote down those serial numbers at some point.
All of them. I mean, I was thinking about it too. Originally, when we had moved into this space, I actually took pictures of the cabinets once I was done organizing them. So we actually have this inventory list of what is missing. No serial numbers. No. I didn't do that.
Well, that's okay. So we're probably going to file an insurance claim. Because, I mean, if you're like, what do you think's all really missing? So we've got, there was a camcorder over here, an A6400, or a Sony A6400, a Sony ZV-E10 was over here, camera. So that's 3 cameras, each one of those.
Which Canon?
Oh, in the
Canon
M50, son of a gun.
I
4 cameras.
I know.
Each of those about $1,000 a piece. Dang, I forgot about that 4th camera.
I know.
And so we lost all those. We lost a cell phone.
We lost 2 Shure mics, but not the other 2 Shure mics.
Hey, you know what? I just appreciate. They're like, this is probably a 2-man show. We'll leave them 2 microphones. So at least they're considerate. Ashley was saying, you know what? They could have vandalized the place, and they didn't. This is true.
Nothing was out of place enough for me to. Let me go back here. So everyone had the question of, could you see where someone broke in? And I'm like, it doesn't really look like they broke in. They came in, and then the cop was thinking that the license plate was used and shoved through that.
To jimmy the door open.
But then my question is, like, how would they know what's in here?
No, so like I have to feel like someone must have known that that's what we were doing here.
Yeah.
Like, there's potentially people who've seen us come in and out of here with camera equipment all the time. Chris and Jeff coming in here with their, like, hopefully they were disappointed when they came in. They were hoping they were going to get like a $5,000 camera, and they walked out with like 4 $1,000 cameras.
But they could have at one point.
Oh yeah, because
the stuff that we had in here, especially when they had all their equipment here. I mean, you would have been talking tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So
now we're pretty freaking locked up tight here. We've got deadbolt. We're gonna have cameras in here. We're gonna literally set up like an Indiana Jones trap with like arrows to shoot at that door if it ever opens with like without a key or something.
Okay, good, because I was gonna say, if anyone's gonna set that off, it's gonna be me.
No, you probably would die if we did something like that, given the luck that you have on occasion. So, but anyway, okay, so we just have to buy all new equipment, unfortunately. So that's how that went. Well, hey, I appreciate you sharing the story of all of that. I was hoping we get a little bit of your impression of the voice of property management on camera, but maybe we'll hold off on that.
I mean,
but that was freaking
I'm still
hilarious.
Recovering from it.
Yeah, okay, you're traumatized. Yeah, that's okay.
Because I had a lot of questions being directed at me very quickly.
Like, you were in the episode of CSI where no CSI took place.
Yeah, so it's like I've got a cop staring me down. I've got the property manager. Both of them have pretty much like their hands like this, and I'm getting a lot of questions thrown at me. At one point, there was questions of timelines, and I'm like, oh, wait, and they're like, oh, wait, and I'm like, no, don't, it's not.
I realize how that does make me seem incredibly suspicious.
They're like, you were here, the Polar Pop Cup was here, and you didn't have any red flags going, and I was like, I really didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You live and you learn, and this is just part of a learning experience for all of us.
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
Next time I see an unattended soda cup, I am
you
definitely
better
going to go straight to robbery.
Like, you're gonna be like walking on the street and see like a cup off on the side, and you're gonna be like, I gotta call the cops.
I'm telling you.
That's
next time I see an FFA license plate, it's on.
Or it's PTSD. It's one of the two.
It's
Okay.
either one.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for
Of
sharing that
course.
hilarious yet unfortunate story. I'm trying to decide if, like, well, let's recalculate, $5,000 to $7,000 worth of equipment was worth the comedy of it all.
No.
No, like, you can get tickets to like a much more hilarious comedy show for $5,000 to $7,000.
Yes.
So,
you sure can. You can get a lot for $5,000 to $7,000.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay.
Including
Well,
cameras.
that's a pair of hearing aids, right?
Yeah.
Right there. So there you go. Well, hey guys, let's just head back to my studio here real quick. So there you have it. Now you know the story of how we got robbed. It is such a huge bummer, but you know what? Like I said, things could be worse. You know, we have the place more secure now, so hopefully this doesn't happen again. We're gonna, instead of leaving all of our camera and audio equipment over there, we're just gonna take it home at the end of every day. So if someone does go and break in there, all they're gonna be able to remove is some like really heavy stuff like tables, couches, stuff like that. So yeah, it's crummy, but you know, I try to look at things in a positive light. Yes, we are gonna have to spend some money to get that stuff replaced, but it is what it is. It's part of living and learning. But that is all that I wanted to talk about in today's episode, guys. If you liked it, again, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. And as always, we'll see you next week.